It's me, Ori Dotset. Listen, I want to give you two parables. You're in the state of New York, let's say in Brooklyn, and it's a peaceful day. People are outside doing their business, children playing around, and then you go to New York City because you have a job interview. You arrive at the job interview. Right when you're leaving the job interview, suddenly all these police cars appear. All these men with guns pointed at you. Freeze! Freeze! You're arrested. Thousands of people around are asking what goes on, what goes on. Now your face is in mainstream media. You're a suspect of a crime. Long story short, they arrested the wrong guy. Guess what? You are still seen as a guilty man. You didn't get the job because the association with crime for the company would harm the company's reputation because they didn't hire you, so you missed out on a job opportunity. You were evicted from your apartment because you couldn't pay rent anymore. Your relatives, also, that's on them, but they didn't want to house you, so you ended up homeless for a little while. What for? Just because the government wanted to show its strength through law enforcement. Now you have a guy that lives in, let's say, in Amsterdam. And he goes to the coffee shop in the Netherlands. Coffee shop is where you get your weed. Just so you know, you can get coffee, but often we go there to get weed. And he's there, and suddenly, when he's walking outside, someone tells him, "Sir, are you Mr. Smith?" "Yeah, I'm Mr. Smith, blah, blah, blah." "Hey, the detective shows his badge. Can we talk?" And they asked him to come to the police station. So he went to the police station. And there, at the police station, they figured out quickly through interrogation that he's not the guy. And they moved on. Guess what? Who do you think suffered the most damage? That one guy in New York City or the other guy in Amsterdam? The guy in New York City. Why? Because the authorities in the United States, in this example, they're all about proving themselves without considering the long-term costs. And don't just look at that the guy in New York City was unjustly arrested. Think about it. If you see someone being arrested so roughly, without any care for their humanity, you think, hey, this can happen to me too. If others are upset with me and they complain about me and they don't like me, such things will happen to me too. Because how come the police officers didn't ask, do we have proof the guy is it or whatever? They just acted it out. So the police with me just act out towards me too. They even shoot me and kill me if I don't comply, even though I'm in the right. The guy in the Netherlands, nobody even knows that the police was suspecting him. And even if they had to arrest him, they would do it in agreement with the mayor of that city to make sure there's not public psychological damage. Because in the Netherlands, you understand the citizen must feel comfortable with their authorities. Because if they would act like in the United States in the Netherlands, the public would act out back, and that's going to go rough. What I'm just saying is that, let's say you grew up in the United States and you're used to this proving yourself culture of showing strength no matter what. You have defective expectations when it comes to human relationships. Because you're used to, anytime there's a disagreement, the most important thing is to show who's control, to demand quote-unquote respect. In general, I'm saying, someone that grew up in a country where the authorities are a bit more considerate of the humanity of their citizens, I said a bit more, because no government in the world fully honors our humanity. They don't, because they all operate through violence. But anyway, what I'm saying is that if you grew up in an area where authorities are a bit more considerate, you grew up in a culture where you look for the least destructive way to resolve things. So someone from such a culture may be seen as soft or as someone who doesn't stand their ground, while someone from, for example, the United States, where the culture is all about proving yourself by showing strength, they may be seen as heroic. Both are wrong. Because the one in the United States who has this into your face showing strength culture, they're wrong, obviously. But the other one who has this approach for the least, doing things with the least damage, is also wrong. Why is he wrong? Because he should be asking, is this even proper and in harmony with God's will? What I'm going to teach you with this video, just because one approach is less damaging than the other, does mean the less damaging approach is the way to go. For example, people that are from a culture where it's all about getting things done with the least amount of damage, you may perceive them as more peaceful and smarter, and they are smart, but they are smart in a selfish, narcissistic way. And in order to be left alone, they'll agree to all types of bad things just to escape. The ones from our culture that's all about showing strength are more likely to call things out when things don't add up. But that's all it is. They don't have any solutions. So both camps are wrong. But human beings often operate in duality. They choose for the camp that's less destructive, which is reasonable, but it doesn't mean that the less destructive camp is the right way. Okay, so beware with choosing the lesser of two evils and thinking it's the best way. If you have to deal with an evil outcome, no matter what, the least destructive evil is the way to go for that moment. But it doesn't mean it is the right way, nor the way you should justify. Just remember that. And you shouldn't be loyal to the lesser of two evils anyway. Keep agreeing with Christ. Be at peace.